they would have leagues. They would split the entire camp into like 6 teams, 8 teams.
Well, it depends.
Different divisions. The younger division, each division had their own league, like in soccer, you know. And
one of the camps I went to was like 200, like everyone my age. It's amazing. So your whole community from around the world, everyone your age. We had like 16 teams, so we had 2 leagues.
It was 16 teams, and so the coaches are like counselors, right?
We had like
the counselors of the bunks.
American League and National League. It was like full on like.
And
NFC,
they gave the team
AFC.
names, cringy Jewish names.
Yeah, like different Jewish
whatever
figures,
the hell,
like whatever.
And what draft pick were you? There's a draft.
Yeah.
What pick were you?
I was first pick.
First, not overall.
Not first overall.
First rounds. Or second rounds. Were you captain or co-captain?
No, first, not co-captain.
Co-captain is first round. No, captain is first round.
Captain is co-captain.
No, there's a coach.
Technically, first round is after co-captain. Fine, so I was 12th, I think.
No, that's technically. Are you talking about like once we were bar mitzvah? There's like different age. Once you're bar mitzvah, there's another one. You're talking about then. That's serious. That's like the real draft. No, the captains get decided on by like the staff, the head counselors.
Correct.
They who know who's good and whatever.
No, it's a favoritism game.
It's also favoritism.
Yeah.
And they see who's the top best kids in every single sport. The leagues aren't just like basketball. It's every single sport, and it's this whole league, and it's this whole whatever. And they do a lottery to see what the championship will be.
The captain gets chosen, and then the captain chooses a co-captain.
The captain gets chosen by the board people, the elitists, and the captain is the one. They're essentially like the general manager. They pick the next people. They pick the first, which is the co-captain, and then the second, which is like
the first round of official draft.
No, it's not. No, the first round. Everyone call it the first round.
No.
It's technically a co-captain. Literally, it's just like if they're sick, you take over. Other than that's the first round.
I was not popular because I was from Ohio, so no one knew who I was, except for the reason I was 12th was because the co-captain on that team knew me because the year before I won the championship with him, and I was a sleeper pick.
The OG's sleeper pick.
Yeah, it was in the bar mitzvah division.
Yes.
And we won the championship after I got traded to another team because I was so good.
You got traded mid-season?
Yeah,
before the deadline?
Because our team was too good, whatever.
No way. Oh, they had like a good draft, they figured it out?
No, we had a draft, and a kid came in middle of camp, joined our team, and he was the best kid, friend of mine.
Wait, so you went to another team?
So they traded me to another team. I was really upset.
And you won with that team?
I beat my old team, and we won the championship.
You're like an impact player on and off the field.
Like LeBron, baby.
The freaking LeBron carrying
people to championships.
How did it affect
LeBron's legacy?
It probably does affect him. I sucked. I didn't play in the leagues for the first few years, so by the time we got up to the bar mitzvah division, I was like a 5th rounder or something. And I played fine. Like, I played well, and I was a steal, and people said I was a steal.
No, you're probably pretty good.
I was great.
There are kids, New Yorkers, like they like to pretend like they're good.
Literally,
they like trash talk and like
they're all talk.
Chuck
literally,
the ball like, oh look what I did. It's like
I wish I played more at sports in general when I was younger, because then I would have been higher than the curve at that age, and it would have been amazing. But instead, I just would speak to the ice cream guy, and when I'd eat ice cream and get fat. Get freaking fat.
But by my skill level, it would be so when we as a Jewish team would play non-Jewish teams, I would be pitching and like the guy would crush it. I'd be like that was
really. So I feel like maybe in baseball, but I feel like in basketball, the Jews actually keep up when it comes to pick up basketball.
That's true, but
my friends were talking about it. They go to Random Park and they just smoke the hell out of these people.
Me being one of the best in the league in our camp was.
Did you get MVP? Who got MVP? Some random guy got MVP.
Did I get MVP one year?
You did not get MVP.
No, I did not get MVP.
There's an MVP. Honestly, looking back,
by the way,
let me finish this. I wish I cared more about sports and had more sports knowledge back then, because looking back, that was a hella cool concept that they freaking did. It
gets
all the kids involved, and all these kids are like follow sports. Like that's the only thing Jews do is follow sports. Well, not as crazy religious ones, and it's an interesting thing that they added.
My point is that it got so intense. These leagues got freaking intense all day. That's everyone be trash talking. Mind.
Oh, trash talking. You lose friendships. If your closest friend got on another team and you play each other in the champ, that's exactly what happened to me. My very close friend was on the other team and was coached by and the coach for that team was also my bunk counselor.
Yeah, I always hated that.
Right, so your counselor of your bunk in camp is the coach on your rival team. So you hate the hell out of him. They beat us in the championships on a walk-off home run. It was
devastating.
It was by some little stupid twerp that couldn't do nothing, got a lucky ass hit. It last
like the
bottom of the
second base.
ninth.
It was like the second
Some
base, and like everyone
stupid
missed it.
thing, and he won, and I was in shambles. I like saw the walls cave in. The camera slowly zooming on my face. I collapsed and I cried, man. When I tell you I cried so hard, this wasn't BMD. This was like I was like 9, and it hurt a lot. You kids everything goes into these things. All the kids are crying on a losing team.
So the real
sore losers, sore winners, everything.
The real big league was after the bar mitzvah division. Everyone get to this, like I mentioned before. Everyone got to this big camp.
Right. That's everyone that's one age. It's like
Yes.
when you're 14.
Yeah.
It's when you're going into high school.
And
There's a camp designated for kids that are going into high school.
And it's everyone. So that's like everyone's ready to go.
That's the real stuff.
And everyone's waiting for it. And so that's when I got picked 12th overall.
12th overall.
After
Really?
First round.
Wait,
After co-captain.
Okay, so second round, 12th pick of
No.
the second round. No, the third round.
Everyone calls it first round.
There's the guy which is the technical.
We already went through
No,
this.
there's the
The captain gets chosen.
There's the captain.
He chooses co-captain.
But the captain is not the first overall. It's not the first round. It's the captain.
The co-captain-
He chooses the first round,
No,
which is the
he chooses-
co-captain.
He chooses co-captain, which is not first round.
Yes, it totally
Him
is.
and the
There's no
co-captain-
co-captain with Joe
they
Burrow.
they called it the first round.
Huh?
They called it the first round.
I'll tell you this. When I was there, they weren't calling it that.
I don't think you went to my camp.
It's every kid that was in the second round called it the first round. No, I spoke to kids that went to that camp also, and they said the same thing. We had this whole argument with someone about
Anyways,
this.
I got chosen because the guy knew me last year. Anyways, we went on to win, and it's so intense.
You won in every single league. You're like undisputed, greatest of all
and
time.
straight up, the guy, my captain's really good, and we were good friends. We're still good
The
friends.
team chemistry.
But we were,
But have you gotten back to back to back 100 scores at the dentist with
Let me
perfect
finish.
teeth? No, you
I don't
haven't.
get many dentist score.
I had perfect score. Continue.
Let me continue. It got so intense, and we beat the second best team. It was hockey, and they called it illegitimate because we were supposed to play baseball, and they would have won if they played baseball.
But it's a raffle. It's like a random.
It was raining.
Certain
No, it was
teams
raining.
are good at certain
exactly.
things, and if the captain picks all of his friends that are from like a certain city, it tends to be that the people from that city are more into hockey. The people from that city are more into soccer.
Canadians
That are more into street hockey and things like that. So if the championship was hockey and you're going against the Canadian team, you're at a massive disadvantage. So they try to find a common denominator, and if it's a best out of 3 type of game where they have 3 different sports and it's best out of 3, then the third one will be like they'll do a raffle and things like that.
Well, we played hockey,
A lottery.
and I was goalie, and these kids were aggressive because championship.
They
and these
are
guys,
crazy.
They were slap shotting. We don't have
Your
proper
hands
equipment.
are like gone after they're
there's
slapping your
There's
hands.
no equipment. I was goalie with no equipment.
It's
with a
street
hard.
hockey. You have like a protector.
It was like a hard metal ball.
It's like a tennis, whatever that.
No,
it's
it's
a
like
plastic ball, hard
plastic.
hard plastic,
It
and you're wearing.
kills.
All you have is like a cover. For
No,
your
I didn't have a
stomach.
cover.
You didn't have anything.
Nothing. I just had knee pads that my cousin gave me. I'm gonna tear my knees up. I'm gonna be on my knees the whole game because it's on floor, and I blocked so many, and the whole camp was rooting against us. Every time these kids were whacking at me. Like, not the whole league was like whatever. We played like we didn't want to kill each other, but this game, man, they were whacking at me. I killed my hands, killed my face, and every time it hit me,
But did you win?
the other team would be like, "Yeah, oh."
But did you win?
We won.
A win is a win.
3-1,
No way.
and literally 5 years later, I went to New York.
Oh, yeah.
And the kid who lost against me said, "I'm still mad at you." That's how
That's
intense it
how
is.
crazy this
And
stupid thing
there were
is.
people who were still going around saying best goalie in the league for years after
You
this
had that
stupid-
much clout.
that much clout. But it's
I
not even
didn't. I
that.
had to make social media.
That's
to
how
feel
big of a
better.
deal it was. People are still mad that they didn't win that year, and the pride of me winning that year. It's a dumb camp league, but it's a dumb
My team.
camp league, but people care so much about it because that's all we got in the Jewish community.
My team was the worst of both divisions during that year.
Sad.
We were the bottom of both. You know it was bad because I was one of the top players on the team. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna put myself. I was pretty good by that point. I was
good.
really good at hockey, and there was this Canadian kid that was just crazy.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
got like 8 goals. They put me in at goalie. I was playing every position that game, and I remember he hit it, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" And then I realized I couldn't breathe. I caught it in my neck. I caught the ball in my neck.
That's
It
funny.
was the coolest block I've ever seen. I couldn't breathe though, but it's pretty epic.
By the next 2 years, we had a older league camp, like kind of high school age, and I was captain. Wait, was I was captain my last year.
Oh, you were the. Oh, you went. I didn't go that far.
yeah,
in camp.
but we made it to the championship the next 2 years, but lost.
By that point, some of those kids
Sad.
are crazy good at
No,
sports.
then because then you go through puberty, and some
Go
kids
through-
are really good.
No, some of these kids are crazy
you know,
talented.
in high school they were like really talented.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
once they go through high school, like full on, like these guys are like street ballers. Like they're really good.